Today's video is a new patient, and this was the first time I have seen her. And she asked some questions, and I do a lot of talking. So I won't be offended if you watch the video with the sound off, which is fine. But I hope that you enjoyed today's video. So for today, let's trim all your nails down. We'll send a sample of this right big toenail in to check and make sure it's fungal and find out what fungus it is. And we'll trim the calluses down.
Good.
And then there are people who come in on a regular basis to have me trim the nails. If they're difficult for you to trim, we can do that. People come in every 2 to 3 months.
Okay. During the summer, I get a pedicure, but I
Okay.
don't do it the rest of the time.
Okay,
so.
and that's
Yeah.
fine. That's
I
fine.
mean, I don't get a lot of pedicures because my husband doesn't want me to.
Now, your husband is a dermatologist?
He's
and
retired,
and
yeah.
your son's also a dermatologist?
But my husband's retired, but my son's in the practice that he started.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that here?
Yeah, it's a Maple Grove.
Oh. And neither one of them wanted to treat your fungal nail?
Oh, they tried it. They're not successful.
Okay.
I bet you will be.
Well, we'll see. Again, because you're on a statin drug for cholesterol, that does change the game a little bit.
Okay.
And informs differently what medications we want to use.
Okay.
But we'll do the test first, and then we'll call you regardless
Okay,
of the
good.
result.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's positive, then we'll have you come back and we'll talk about
Okay.
the medications, the pros and cons.
You don't think there's fungal anything in that toe, is it?
In this one, no.
Okay.
This does not look fungal. But there's a couple on your right foot that do. So that's why I'm starting with this one.
Yeah, my husband put me on that, is it fixed vapor rub?
Fix Vapor Rub, yeah.
Didn't do one thing. And
Well,
I did it for a long time.
I'll tell you what, the first time somebody told me that Vicks Vapor Rub got rid of their fungal nails, I said, I'm sure it did, dear. And the second time somebody told me that, I said, I'm sure it did, dear.
It didn't.
But I've heard more people say that, and then the New York Times, there was an article about what's in Vicks Vapor Rub
Oh.
that can kill the fungus.
Oh, really?
So
Can?
it can work, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there actually is a component of Vicks Vapor Rub that can kill fungus, and people do use it, and some people are successful with it. So before you start going with oral medications, it's definitely something you can try. But the problem
I did
is,
try it.
yeah, the problem is on this right big toe that we're going to get to in just a second. The whole nail is involved here. And it's involved all the way back under the cuticle to where the nail grows from.
It actually hurts at night when I have the blankets over it sometimes.
Well, this is really thick and a lot of it's not attached. So I'm
That's
going
what
to
I was
trim this
wondering.
back as far as it's not attached.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to look beautiful.
That's okay, I don't.
Okay.
It almost seems like it's a little loose.
It is. That's why I'm
is it?
saying it's not attached to the skin underneath. So take some big chunks here.
It's very thick.
Yeah. We want some of that good debris from underneath the nail, because that's where a lot of the fungus hangs out. Get a little bit more of that debris here, or gunk, as we call
it
it.
is gunk. Is that how you can tell it's fungus?
Well, that's one of the ways, yeah, that you get all of this. So the stuff that's underneath the nail, that is all the product of the fungus digesting the nail. So that's where a lot of the fungal components hang out.
So what causes fungus?
Well, fungus is just out in the environment, like a bacteria or a virus. And all it needs is one little nick in the nail, and it's in. So it's nothing you did or didn't do.
Because I don't go barefoot, I always have a
Yeah.
shoe on.
You know, it's like catching a common cold.
Sure.
The virus is out there in the environment, and sometimes we never know where we get it. It's just kind of everywhere. Just like these fungal species that, and it doesn't go internal. It just stays in your skin and nails. It will not make you sick. So should you decide ultimately that you don't want to treat it, that's fine.
Well, I would like to treat it because I've had it so long.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get some more of this gunk out from under the nail here.
You know, like I said, I only have occasional pedicures. I bet I have two also, twice. Does that cause?
It could have, you know, it depends on how they clean and disinfect their instruments. The stuff that most pedicurists soak their instruments in does not kill fungal spores.
Yeah.
So that could be where you got it. You know, truthfully, we'll never know. I did a lecture to the Aveda nail techs several years ago. And so I did a deep dive into the research about the stuff they soak the instruments in. And it does kill bacteria, it does kill virus, it kills the fungus, but there is no evidence that it kills the fungal spores, which are like the seeds.
I see.
And so if that's all they're doing is soaking it in that, and using the UV lights, that's not going to kill the fungus. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll smooth everything down.
Sure.
And then we'll get, we got calluses to do.
I put cream every day on my feet and I still get the calluses.
Right, it's because of how you walk. So when you get calluses here, what that means is that instead of toeing off the front of your foot, you're kind of toeing off the side. And so the skin here gets pinched between the bone inside and the ground outside. So we call these pinch calluses, and they're very common. A lot of people have them. Again, nothing you did wrong or didn't do. It's just a question of this is the structure of your foot and how you walk. So we can trim them, but they'll always come back. You can manage it at home with a pumice stone.
I do have a pumice stone.
Yeah, if you use that a few times a week on this, that should take good care of it.
Do you do it when you come out of the shower? Is that the best time?
You know, I used to tell people to do it in the shower, and then someone said, well, wouldn't that be like trying to sand wet wood? And I thought, you know, you're right. So then I told everybody to do it while the skin was dry. And then I've had some people come back and say, well, it really worked better when the skin was wet. So I don't know, you try it both ways. Okay, so we'll start with the good nails first. That just tickle?
The tickles, yeah.
So on your way out, we'll have you sign the form for the lab
Okay.
that says you're okay if they bill your insurance
Okay.
instead of billing you.
Sure.
And then we'll call you when we get the results, probably in a
Sure.
couple weeks.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
Now, in the summer, when you get your pedicure, even if this is trimmed back this far, they can put a stick-on or an artificial nail on there.
Oh, and that's okay to do?
It's okay to do, yeah. It'll look nicer
So
that way.
this won't be, this will take a while to grow that nail?
Yeah, it takes an adult big toenail a year
Really?
to grow all the way
So
out.
that must have been pushing it, because that took like just a few weeks to get the second.
This one,
nail, yeah.
yeah, if this nail, it was already there when the other one fell off, what that means is that this one was already growing in underneath and it pushed the old one off.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would take this nail about 6 months to
Oh, wow.
grow out that far.
Okay.
Well, thank you for
Well,
letting us do the video.
Yes, well, thank you.
You're
It's
very welcome.
very interesting. I learned a lot.
Good, good.
Yeah.
All right.